illustrious group. And now, let's get back to why we're all here. To give back to our community through the support of some amazing charities that you have selected that serve Western Massachusetts. So I'm going to ask one by one to come up for a few words from their charities. The Executive Director of Rick's Place, Therese Ross. Come on down. Congratulations on being one of the selected charities.
Thank you all. We're delighted to be here. So I want to speak to the youth leaders here. Your decision to support our charities is a powerful act of kindness that makes a difference for so many families. And we thank you. As young leaders, your commitment and your generosity shows the power of empathy and action. You all are shaping the future, and we are really grateful for your impact. So thank you. I want you to hear about Rick's Place from someone who's important to our Rick's Place program, one of our volunteers, Olivia Murray. So Olivia, can I get you to talk?
Hi everyone. Thank you all for being here to support Rick's Place, Rachel's Table, and Griffin's friends. I've been a volunteer at Rick's Place for 2 years now. I think there's so much power in children and families gathering in a space where everyone there just gets it. Sorry, trying to get through this without crying. My dad died a year before my 21st birthday, July 20th, 2020. And then my mom died a year and a half later from COVID in December of 2021. I felt so lonely. I was wondering if there was any other people like me out there. And it turns out there is. There's a lot of people out there like me. I don't like to think that I found Rick's Place. I like to think that they found me. I was actually doing my clinicals in nursing school, and Betsy, our program director, was there. She was explaining to someone who knew about a new job she was getting, a place where children and their families could get together and connect about their individual grief experiences. I was in shock, and I immediately wondered how I can get myself a part of something like that. I went home and immediately Googled Rick's Place on the internet, and I found the volunteer application, and the rest is history. Time stopped when my parents died, and I think it started again when I began volunteering at Rick's Place. And Rick's Place isn't just somewhere people come to be sad. I've seen family and kids build meaningful connections with each other. It's more than just talking about grief. It's the journey that comes with it. And it may look like tears and tissues and me up here. But it also has to do a lot with TikToks and laughter and building a community there. We're not only able to provide support to families in our Wilbraham location, but we're also fortunate to reach more of our adolescents in our school groups as well. Having a safe space for them and families to discuss their grief and their journey that comes with it is so important. And the reason we're all able to do what we do is because of you guys and your continued support. And I want to especially thank the youth leaders who put this event together. You're making a difference, and it's impacted so many other youth's lives. And we thank you so much. And as a person who has experienced loss, I thank you.
Thank you so much for your bravery to come up. Life isn't very fair at times, but you're doing a great thing, and thank you for volunteering because you choose to, and you're touching other lives. Thank you. But we're going to move on to the Executive Director of Rachel's Table, Jody Falk. Come on down, Jody. We've got a full entourage. I love it. Let's give them a nice hand. Some applause here as they all come down.
Thank you so much. Before I introduce you to these amazing people I'm standing next to, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much. I was so moved as you were by this last speech. Thank you, Olivia. You're doing this. You're helping people. Just by being who you are is so amazing. It's so wonderful to see, feel, and witness. As we said before, Margaret Mead said, it just takes basically one or two people who are really committed to change, to making that change, and that is true. So Rachel's Table was also started by a group of women who saw that there was hunger and also saw that there was surplus food. How could that be? Plenty of food, but hungry people. We had to make that go away. That cannot live in the same world. So 1992, Rachel's Table was created, and we now have 4 programs to help serve hungry people. The Rescue Program, which is what you've been reading once in a while, where we bring surplus food to several organizations that feed hungry people throughout Western Massachusetts. We purchase food. We glean food in the garden, in the local farms, going to farms, rescuing or picking up the food and harvesting and giving it to people who are hungry. And we also help grow gardens. Now we have 10 gardens that we co-grow with people who are food insecure. So all these ways from short-term to long-term ways of really trying to make sure we make a dent in hunger. Maybe we make hunger go away someday. Hunger in Hampden County was written up to be 48% of households. 48%. That's not okay. So we have to all rise up together, and we work with so many different wonderful communities. Some of you are sitting right here to make that statistic hopefully different. We want to just say thank you also to the WMCD because of all the years, the 3 years they've allowed us to be a recipient. We are so thrilled, we are so honored, and we are so humbled. Thank you so much. And now I want to just quickly introduce Sarah Bate, who's our team board coordinator, because with all these 4 programs, we don't do it without volunteers, as you do. We have over now 350 volunteers, and we especially have our amazing youth group that Sarah will talk about.
Hi everybody, so I'm Sarah and I'm the team board coordinator here at Rachel's Table. And I want to introduce some very important people. Like Jody said, we have 4 amazing programs that cannot be completed without volunteers. And like WMCD, Rachel's Table also realized the power that youth have and what you guys can do to make change in your community. And so we have our own team board, and they interact with all 4 Rachel's Table programs. And so they're going to tell you a little bit about what the teams do and what programs they've interacted with and kind of their experiences. But I just want to say that so this is my 3rd time here, and it's been so wonderful to just see all of you doing the amazing work. I have the privilege to work with teens like you guys every single day, and it really makes my life better, and I know that it can just be, it's so meaningful to me, and I see your impact every single day, because I kind of, I have a bird's eye view, I see what you guys are doing, and so I just want to say thank you. So I'm going to hand it over to Lauren, and she's going to start us off.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm an officer on the team board. The mission of the Rachel's Table Team Board is to alleviate childhood hunger, educate youth about food insecurity, and advocate for food justice in Western Mass. We do this through events and projects, and we do this because 14 million children in the U.S. are food insecure, and 22% of families with children in Western Mass are food insecure.
Hi, I'm Maya. I'm also an officer on Rachel's Table's team board. One experience we'd like to share that's been really impactful for us and for our community is the backpack program. In September, we purchased and packed over 200 backpacks full of food for children who attend school in Holyoke to take home over the weekend for their families. We learned that while there may be free breakfast, lunch, and even dinner programs in school, there are children who still go home and have no food over the weekend. And it's because of funding from organizations like Western Mass Student Dance-a-thon that we are able to purchase healthy, ready-to-eat meals and snacks to our neighbors.
Hello everybody, my name is Vanessa Sandler, and I'm also a team board officer of the Rachel's Team Board. I'm here to talk about why it is important for you to care about this kind of work. First off, when we found out that food insecurity was so prevalent in Western Mass, we really wanted to know what we could do to help. And in the team board especially, we learned so much more about stigmatisms and everything revolved around food insecurity. And lastly, we think that it is really meaningful for youth to help in this kind of work. And thank you for having us.
Thank you so very much for coming up and for the great work that you're doing. So important. Again, listen to the stories, volunteers, people your age looking to help others to make a difference. The most rewarding thing you can do is to volunteer. And with that being said, we have one more recipient to come down. Founder of Griffin's Friends, Jim Keller. Come on down, Jim. And welcome.
I feel like this is let's make a deal. Come on down. Thank you. I just wanted to say thank you. Last evening I was thinking after being here last year, I said, you know what, I might come this year and stay overnight and dance with you guys. I fell asleep, so I never made it. But, Therese mentioned the word empathy, and I can't help but think the last year and this year that I'm here and I'm looking at you, that my thought is that having a sense of caring and empathy is something that's innate to each of you. And I'm not sure that you can buy that on the shelves at CVS. You kind of have it or you don't. And I'm looking at you and I see it and I feel it, and I just want to thank you for choosing Griffin's Friends once again this year to the steering committee. It's just such an honor to be associated here once a year with Rachel's and Rick's Place, and it's just such an honor to do that. I also want to acknowledge Father Dan. I have Maria and Jim Sansalone with us here tonight, and we have some shared experiences with Griffin's Friends. But Father Dan was a united source of strength for us back when. And I wish he was here, but I think he knows how special he is to us. Also, Maria and Jim brought some gifts for you. Maybe Jim and Maria, could you raise your hand so that after this, you can see them and they have some special gifts for you. Jim and Maria honor their son, William, who was part of Griffin's Friends some years ago, some 20 years ago or so we first met. And it's been such an honor to have them as friends for our journey through Griffin's Friends. So I want you to know that all of your efforts and your donations support Griffin's Friends, and we then support the children and their families who are patients at Bay State with the Children's Oncology Unit. So I want to thank you so much, and again to the steering committee and all the volunteers. I feel honored to be here as one of your recipients again, because I know throughout Western Mass there's so many amazing nonprofits, and so thank you once again for choosing us.